Hey, happy first day of spring yesterday, and welcome to hopefully warmer weather in the corner. This is Tyson Compton bringing you your weekly real estate news update. We're seeing definitely some upticks in inventory in the market, which we'd love to see. A little more selection for those buyers out there. Right around 234 new houses on the market, which is awesome, about 10 more than last week. We have 61 new construction, which is also about 10 more than last week. But the new construction, the thing that's great is that is actually at a lower price point. We've seen about $470 on the average sale, average list price of a new construction, down to about $440. So good news if you're trying to find that kind of more affordable option and not having to worry about paying as much. Under contract, at a 234 houses that came on market, 101 of those already under contract within the last week. Super fast rate of homes going up for sale and then getting sold relatively quickly. What's that mean? We're in a massive seller's market still. And we foresee that to be the case for the near future, at least. I would say for at least the next 6 months. After that, we can it's kind of debatable. But as a seller or buyer, the thing that's really, I think, worth talking about is I'll kind of bring you through a story. 2 years ago, 2001, 2002, or 22 and 21 were the biggest real estate markets we've seen ever. And 2023, in my opinion, is going to be third in line. So it's going to be a huge real estate market in terms of volume nationally. When the real estate market is that strong for the sellers, a lot of things go out the window for the buyer. They don't get inspections. They don't get closing costs paid. They don't have home sale contingencies. The difference now is because the interest rate has changed a little bit, it has not necessarily scared buyers away. It's just changed the buyer's market, and it's changed expectations of the seller. So that buyer might be getting some closing costs, might be having a home inspection, or might have a home sale contingency, or might have all three. But it allows for more time for negotiation and more time for the seller to, or less, outlandish offers, or people really stretching themselves to try to go after a house. And so we're seeing a more of a traditional negotiation style in this market that allows for, I would say, both parties feel like they're getting a win, getting a really strong price sale for the house. But you know what? That buyer's gonna walk into that house with some good juju. They know they had an inspection, they had a home sale contingency, both were accepted, and everybody's happy and got taken care of. If you are thinking about selling, but what might be holding you back is, we don't want to have to wait for somebody to sell their house. The market's so strong, that's not a giant risk, especially if it's priced properly. On the buyer side, if you thought about selling but holding you back because you have to sell your house in order to buy the next home, well, I think we've seen more, in my personal opinion, and what I'm getting off from the statistics is that we've seen more sellers accept a home sale contingency as part of that offer. It's just what we're seeing as more of a realistic option, especially if it's a strong price, strong buyer qualification, but you do want to sell that home in order to purchase the next one. That is becoming, I say, commonplace, or at least received well from the seller side, where you're not just getting shut down and having to try to throw up a hope and a prayer for getting a home sale contingency accepted in the contract. If you have any questions about that or how this might benefit you, if you're kind of on the fence, I'd love to answer those for you. The market is extremely strong and is actually showing wins, in my mind, from buyers and sellers alike, really walking away from the table happy with the circumstances that they achieved, and we're helping them do that. Other than that, the interest rate's staying right around that 6.5%, 7%, more towards the 6.5% in the last couple of weeks, which is good. And I would see that even coming down or staying steady around that 6.5% for the next few weeks. Other than that, we look forward to seeing you next week, and go Jays on Friday. Hopefully they play well against Princeton. If you guys have any questions, hit me up. I'd love to help you guys, and can't wait to talk to you guys soon.